Hey up, welcome back to the garage. Tom here doing it for the regular strength channel. We've got our bench press day today. It's our first day for our 4 week of doubles. We're going to go up to 105 kilo I think today for a nice smooth double. Should be fine, whatever. What we're going to try today is, like I said in one of the other videos, a bit of a longer warm up for the bench. See if it makes it feel a little bit better. So I start at 60 kilo for everything. Starting at 60 kilo on the squat, 60 kilo on the deadlift, and 60 kilo on the bench. The other two lifts are significantly stronger than the bench. So we're going to start with 40 kilo today. Look at these tiny little plates. see how we get on with a little bit more, getting the arms moving before our working set. Yeah, pretty good. It's fine, isn't it? It's just a bit lighter. We'll go 60, 80, and then we'll go 105 for a double. We've been for a swim, been for a spa day today, had a massage, sauna, steam room, everything. It was initially my intention to do this before we went, but I didn't, so now we're doing it after, and I can't really be bothered, but luckily it's a deload week, so it should be fine. I don't think training after a massage is generally that good. I think you should probably do the training before the massage, but I'm sure we'll be alright. It's only 105 for a couple of reps, and it's not mental. Can kind of feel myself like favouring this arm because this shoulder's knackered. I need to go see someone about it, really, because it's not going to get better on its own, but whatever. So still running through these quite quick. I've been filming for 5 minutes. I think last week it was 8 minutes, so maybe adding the 40 kilos didn't slow me down at all, but maybe we'll be more warmed up. I don't know, bench press is much easier than the other ones, isn't it? Cool. I'll load up 105, maybe we'll have a second, we'll do that. We've got our back offsets today at the same weight as before. They go up in weight from next week. We've got some pause deadlifts today, that's a bit different. They're just 115 kilo this week, just getting used to it. A few sets of 4. I think it goes up next week, but still not crazy. I'm not sure if I would have preferred to keep the RDL in, but we're going to give the pause a go. We haven't done one for a while. And they are fun as much as they're painful. So, like I said with the squat yesterday, we'll be taking this up in 5% jumps every week. I want to do 120 for a double in week 4, week 8, depending on how you count it. The week 4 of the doubles, I want to do 120 kilos, 2 reps. So we're jumping, I guess 5% would be 6 kilos. We can't do that, so we're doing 5. We're going to go 105, 110, 115, 120. And we didn't quite get it last time. I think we'll be good for it this time, all being well. We should be stronger by then. We hit 115 for 3. It was okay. 120 for 2 with 4 weeks training. Should be a little bit better. I'll try my best, like I've been doing with the squat. The squat's been feeling a lot better, just to sort of focus with the bench and keep the technique feeling consistent. Kind of have a tendency to rush things. That's why I wanted to add a few more warm-up sets in, just to get some more reps in before the main lift. I guess it doesn't really matter that it doesn't take long. It's just a few more reps before you get started, because I was going 60, 80, 105. I've added a full extra setting. Hopefully that gets us feeling a little bit better. Let's have a look at 2 of these. Yeah, nice and easy, nice and steady. Felt quite heavy to be honest, but it'll be okay. We've got 110 next week. Going up. We're going to do well. We're going to get the 120 for 2, no worries. Oh, is everyone else in England feeling proper wiped out from the heat? It's nice, granted, it's nice to not be absolutely freezing cold, pissing down rain all the time. But I am just tired. I could do with a sleep. Can't sleep at night because it's so hot. But could do with one. Can't bloody win, can you? We've always got something to moan about in England, haven't we? We've got 2 sets of 5 on 80 kilo today. I'm assuming next week it goes up to about 85. We have some more sets. So as we progress, the weight progresses, obviously. I think, yeah, we've got a nice range. So the last 4 weeks will be pretty hard. The first 4 weeks pretty easy. This middle 2 weeks should be pretty medium. Middle 4 weeks should be pretty medium. It wasn't easy the first 4 weeks, but like relative to what's coming, it was all right. So realistically, we should accumulate fatigue quite well over the time. We put a lot of work in for the first 4 weeks, a lot of volume, not high intensity, and intensity ramps up over the coming weeks, and volume drops off a little bit. So yeah, 2 by 5. Let's go. Easy. And one more, I'll be right with you. Right, I'm looking forward to the pause deadlift. We haven't done one in quite some time now, I think. What is it? A few months at least. So, yeah, it'd be good to get stuck back into them. Having a bad time holding the bar about here, going... I'll do 5 more reps of these, I'll get it set up. Okay, that's done. We get some deadlifts done. Right, so we've got 115 kilo on the bar. We're going to try these different straps. I've never really been able to get them to work for me before. Hopefully we can make it work now. I can get that left one really tight, but this one not so much. yeah, pausing at my sticking point. My sticking point's usually here, so practicing getting through there with no momentum, basically. So I wanted to start using these straps to see if it felt a little bit more like I was holding the bar in my hands. That's better. With the figure eights, I feel like they're kind of dangling there, not really holding on much. With this, I feel like I have to hold on a little bit more. Let's have a see. Feet were in the wrong position. It's why I like to not using the straps. You can get your feet right, then get your position right, but failing maybe because of the grip on that 190 for free, it's put me off. Like I say, I don't plan on competing in powerlifting anytime soon, so I might as well use the straps for now. Use them, build the strength. We'll train the grip if we have to. I don't want the grip to be the limiting factor right now. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, lovely. One thing about having metal plates is it fucking hurts when you trap your fingers between them. Well, maybe we'll go back to them bumpers. So we've got these fairly steady today, just deload sort of stuff. We're going to use the same weight, but we're not going to push it very hard. We'll go, I think we got 15 reps, 15, 14 something last time, so we'll just go 10 or so twice, I reckon. Yeah, not too bad. What I'm going to have a look for when I get out of here is one of those maxi grip, are they called? I think they're a bit flatter, so I can't get a good stretch from here with this one. But if it were a bit further up, it would be perfect. Be able to get the full stretch rather than starting here, which isn't a full stretch. We could go a bit further. I know I probably say I don't really care about science lifting, but I think the full stretch feels a lot better. Yeah. Gonna have another go at these. This is the last one, and we're on to bicep curls. We're gonna change bicep curls slightly. Try do the seated one so we can do both arms at the same time. Save a little bit of time. Start that again. Nice and steady. You can still feel it working, but you can tell that there's a few more reps left. And we're doing one less set, so deload, less work, drop some fatigue. So this is another science-based manoeuvre, I guess, where you start with a thing here. I don't think it actually matters because I don't think the bicep actually stretches here, but I just want to save some time by doing both of them at once. Right, same as all the rest. Not going mental, just deload, going through the motions a little bit. Challenging, felt it burn, but I won't really go into failure. Oh. So if you're super bothered for the bicep training, I think the ones where you lean over the back of the bench with it on an angle and then it's super strict, they feel really good, but I'm doing this because I feel like I should, not because I want to do biceps. So I just want to get it over and done with. It takes some momentum out of it doing it like this, I'll tell you that much. That's us. Last exercise. Oh man, it's really warm. Am I shiny? Am I shiny? So last week we ended up using the 4 kilo dumbbells that Laura had been using, and getting a really horrible burn actually. I couldn't make my tea afterwards because my shoulders were so full of blood. But we're going up to the 7.5, which I think is more reasonable. And hopefully we'll get about the rep range on this is 10 to 20, because if I added any weight to this it would be impossible to move basically. So it's increasing reps. With 7.5 I think we'll be good for about 15. Maybe today we don't do that because it's meant to be a deload, but it doesn't really matter on these, does it? 7.5 kilo, how much fatigue can it really add? One of them, one more to go. Right, last one of these. That'll do. Don't need to push it, don't need to go mental this week. Right, that's day 2 of week 1. Pretty good, you know, everything moved well. The bench felt heavy, but I watched the video and it was fast. We're good, we're fine, didn't slow down at all, as you would expect on week 1 or week 5 or whatever. Pretty good, so we'll do 110 next week. Again, it should be pretty comfortable. The 115, a little bit more difficult, but not too bad. And then the 120 is close to a max effort. Like I say, with the RPE, I don't necessarily like calling it exactly the same as 1 rep in reserve, but you know, 9 out of 10 means you could have done a little bit more. So like, yeah, if there were more weight on it, maybe you could have still done it, but not necessarily. So like, if you do it as reps in reserve if you call RPE 9, 1 rep in reserve, but it's for a triple, then that means that you've only done 66% of what you could have done. Like for a set of 10, 1 rep in reserve could be an RPE 9. But for a set of 3, I feel like 2 isn't that. Does that make sense? That's the way I think of it anyway. I think RPE 9 should be something that you couldn't quite do a triple of, but you've done a pretty alright double. You know what I mean? I don't know, whatever. It's open to interpretation, isn't it? But I feel like an RPE 9 for a double would be something you could have done slightly more weight with, but probably not 3 reps of, if that makes sense. So like 120 for 2, maybe I could have done 122, 125 for 2, or something, for example. Rather than I could have done 120 for 3. Yeah, I think that's the way I think of it anyway. If you don't think of it like that, then fuck you, get out of my garage. Right, I'll see you Thursday. We've got just some squat volume, running through some squats, and then we've got the deadlift beginnings on Friday. See you there.